So happy Monday. We are going to get started. We're going to begin in our seated position. So if you want to make your way there, as always, have any props that you may need, blanket, pillows, towels, anything like that to help support you throughout our practice. Awesome. You can allow the hands to relax, palm down on the knees. Either have a nice soft gaze or close the eyes, whatever feels best for you today. Take a couple nice deep belly breaths. Slow inhale. Nice long exhale. Allow the belly to relax. Allow the shoulder blades to relax away from the ears, melting down the back. Just take a couple belly breaths, deep belly breaths. Maybe sigh on the exhale audibly. A few deep, audible breaths to just ground ourselves into this space. Beautiful. And we can begin deepening the breath. However we would like, we can simply consciously lengthen the inhalations and the exhalations. We can maybe inhale to the count of 4. Exhale to the count of 6. Maybe move into some Dirga breath, whatever feels best for you today. As you continue to deepen the breath, just notice how it flows throughout the torso. Notice how the breath feels for you on this Monday afternoon. If there's any tightness anywhere, any strain. Maybe notice where you feel the breath the most. If you feel it expanding in the belly, if you feel it high up in the chest, if you feel it in the back body. Just consciously lengthening our inhalations and exhalations and noticing how that feels for us. Beautiful. Continue to deepen the breath. Continue to deepen the breath and check in with your emotional body. Take a couple rounds of breath. Allow your attention to settle on your heart space. Ask yourself, how are you feeling today? No need to change or fix. Just let that be as it is as you continue with your full rounds of breath. Now gently ask yourself, shifting toward the quality of our mind, ask, how are our thoughts today? How do the thoughts feel? Do we feel nice and present on this Monday afternoon? Are we a little anxious? Are we maybe stuck somewhere in the past? Just notice. No need to change or fix, simply allowing the quality of our mind to be as it is. So we take beautiful grounding inhalations and exhalations. Beautiful. You can let that go at this point in time if you'd like. You can begin incorporating our lovely Dirga breath, our 3-part breath that we focused on last week. So if you'd like our little self-assist just to feel it move throughout the torso a little bit more, the breath move throughout the torso, right hand can find the low belly. Left hand gently lands on the heart space. And we breathe in 3 parts. Inhale. Imagine this breath originating in the lowest point of the belly. Feel the belly expand outward. Allow this breath to move upward into the rib cage, feeling the ribs peel away from each other. Finally, allow this breath to move all the way up into the heart space. Feeling the breath expand into the left palm. And release completely, chest, ribs, and belly. Move right back into the inhale. Maybe noticing if you can expand this breath to the back body as well, allowing this breath to expand in all directions, 360 degrees. Filling you up with whatever you need with each inhale. Exhaling any tension, anything that is no longer serving you. Continue to breathe in this way if it feels comfortable for you. Take maybe 5 more full rounds of Dirga breath. Inhaling belly, ribs, and chest. Full and complete exhalations. Being mindful, noticing if the thoughts start to wander, just gently redirecting them back to the space, to the sensation of the breath. Any other sensations you may need to experience right now. Take maybe 1 more round of your beautiful Dirga breath. You can let that go at this time, or if you love the Dirga breath just as much as I do, you can return to it or continue it throughout our practice. Awesome. Take a moment, place hands at heart center. Create a personal intention for your practice today. Anything that you may need. It could be a word, a phrase, love, non-judgment, peace, presence, whatever rings true for you. Take a nice slow inhale to seal in that intention, letting it fill you up. Exhale completely. You can allow the hands to relax, palm down on the knees, releasing that intention out into the universe. Awesome. We can either open the eyes or keep our nice soft gaze. I'm going to take a sip of water really fast. Awesome. We'll begin with some sun breaths. So allow the fingertips to relax gently down next to the hips on the mat. We'll flip the palms up. As we inhale, sweep the arms up, out, and around. Fingertips touch at the top. Exhale, release. Inhale, expand all the way upward. The gaze can follow the hands. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, up. Growing nice and tall. Exhale, release. Awesome. One more time. Inhale, up. Growing nice and tall. As we exhale, this time we're going to twist to the right. Twist to the right. Torso rotates toward the right. Right hand finds the earth behind us. Left hand finds the right knee. Take a round of breath here. You can look over your right shoulder if you like. Next time you inhale, fingertips reach up toward the sky. We rotate back to center. Exhale, rotate to the left. Gentle twist to the left. Right hand finds the left knee this time. You can look out over your left shoulder. Inhale back to center. Exhale right. So allow this to be a little bit of a Kriya, a motion. Inhaling to center. Exhaling, twisting to either side. We're going to be incorporating a lot of Kriyas today. A lot of movement to purify the body. So move with the breath. Movement linked with breath. Inhaling up and twisting to either side. Take 1 more on each side. Maybe deepening the twist a little bit more each time. Take your last twist on whichever side. We'll inhale back to center. Reach the fingertips up toward the sky. Maybe take a moment. Roll out the wrists and the elbows. Reach opposite fingers up. Just wake up the shoulders and the wrists. Make fists. All right, inhale 1 more time. Reach up. Exhale, let it go. Hands can float down to the sides. Awesome. We'll do a little bit of a seated side stretch Kriya. So we're incorporating our Kriyas to purify the body, to go in and out of continuous motion. And Kriyas allow us to drop into our body a little bit when we find that flow, that rhythm and the motion. So allow us to focus internally. So notice as we're moving through our Kriyas, if you can drop in. All right, so we'll inhale, arms up. One more time. This time, as we exhale, right hand is going to land on the earth in line with our hip, and we're going to reach our left arm up and over. Exhale completely. Inhale back up to center. Both hands reach up. Exhale, left hand finds the earth. Right arm reaches up and over. Inhale back to center. So allow the breath to be as long as the movement, inhaling up to center and exhaling, reaching over to one side. Take maybe one or two more on each side. Feeling the weight shift between the sits bones. Feeling the beautiful stretch in the side body, opening in the shoulders. So take one more on each side. Stretching over to the right. Reaching up to center as we inhale. Exhaling, stretching over to the left. Awesome. We'll inhale back up to center. Reach those fingertips. Go nice and tall. Exhale, release. Awesome. Great. Okay, so we'll take a moment, extend the legs long, wiggle the feet, wiggle out the knees, shake it out. Maybe point and flex your feet for a second, roll out your ankles, say hi to your feet, and tucked in underneath us for a second. Awesome. We'll sweep the legs to one side, roll over the knees, come into our very first table of the day. Table with our nice flat back, hands land underneath shoulders, knees under hips. Awesome. We'll do some beautiful cat-cows to open up our lovely spines. So see if you can maybe even close the eyes to allow yourself to further drop into the body. Even cat-cows are a little bit of a kriya. So allow yourself to drop into your body with this beautiful, beautiful motion. So inhale, allow the belly to drop, heart space cracks open, look up. Exhale, round the back, tuck the chin toward the chest. Inhale for our cow. Heart shines forward. Exhale, cat. Move at your own pace. Close the eyes, drop into the body. Moving with the breath. Feeling whatever you need to feel at this point in time. Beautiful. Take one more cat. Inhaling for cat. Exhale for cow. Inhale back to center. And exhale, let that motion go. Beautiful. We're going to come into balancing table. So just be mindful if balance is tricky for you. You can move to a wall here, but probably best to just play around. All right, so we will begin by making sure both of our hands are planted directly underneath the shoulders and inhaling the right leg up to hip height. So extend that right leg long at hip height. Find your balance here. Actively flex that right foot. Maybe take a moment to roll out the ankle. Point and flex the foot. Send out to your hamstring. Gentle activation in the glute here. All right, so we're going to shift our weight onto our right hand. Make sure it's planted directly underneath the right shoulder. Find your drishti, fixated point. Point of focus could be the edge of your mat, could be anything a couple feet in front of you. All right, when we feel nice and stable, if we feel comfortable, we can play around with lifting the left arm at shoulder height. This is as far as you can go. Breathe here. Right foot nice and flexed. I just had to remind myself of that. Nice strong core to prevent pinching in the low back. Keep the hips nice and square toward the mat. Take a couple rounds of breath here. If you want to add in some motion, some crunches, we'll inhale, grow nice and long, reach out actively through our right heel and our left fingertips. As we exhale, round the back, draw the elbow toward the knee. Inhale for length. crunch, and if the crunch is too much for us, if adding the motion is too much, just hang out on our balancing table. Inhale for length if we're doing the motion. One last time. Exhale, round. Take your time, move nice and slow. Inhale for beautiful length. Take a full round of breath here. Inhale, grow nice and long. Exhale, left hand releases down under the shoulder, right hand releases down. I'm sorry, right knee. All right, take a moment. Just notice maybe how your sides might feel a little different, how your left hand might feel a little different from the right, how your right leg might feel a little different from the left. Just notice that slight imbalance, and then we'll start to correct it. So, when we're ready, we can inhale, bend the left knee, exhale, extend it long at hip height. Taking a moment, playing around here, waking up that foot by rolling out the ankle a little bit, maybe pointing and flexing the foot. Awesome. Come to stillness, actively pressing out through that left heel, keeping it at hip height. Something I have to remind myself of. Sometimes I let that leg raise. All right. Make sure your hand is planted directly underneath the left shoulder, and if you're feeling confident, we can inhale the right arm up toward the sky. Well, inhale right arm up to shoulder height. Find your balance here, find that drishti. Take a couple of full rounds of breath, a strong core. Breathing wherever you are. If this is enough for you, stay here. If you want to make it a little tougher, add that motion, that Kriya. Will inhale, grow nice and long, actively reaching out through the right arm and the left heel. Exhale, round. Hugging the knee in toward the torso. Inhale for length. Exhale, round. One more time. Inhale, grow nice and long. Exhale, round. Taking it nice and slow. Inhale for length. Exhale, settle into the posture. Inhale one last time. Exhale, release the right arm and the left knee. Beautiful. Allow. Actually, I flipped. So now, from our table, we're going to bend our right leg, swinging it through, planting it in between, planting the right foot in between the hands, coming into our low lunge. Low lunge, hands relaxed onto the earth, on the opposite edges of on the opposite sides of the feet. When we feel nice and stable here, we can inhale, walk the hands up to the knee. Exhale, settle into our low lunge, feeling the gentle stretch in the psoas, checking in with our right knee, making sure it's in a beautiful line. We're not hyperextending that knee out over the right ankle. Awesome. All right, take an inhale here. As we exhale, straighten that right leg, fold forward over your right leg. Low lunge, Kriya. As we inhale, hands walk back up to the knee. If we have blocks, I know most of us don't, but Sarah does, you can also lean down onto the blocks and walk the blocks back and forth as we're doing this motion, just in case Sarah wanted to grab those. All right, so continue with this motion, inhaling to come into low lunge, exhaling to straighten the leg and fold forward, arms extending long, move with the breath. Exhale, take maybe one more, inhaling for low lunge, feeling that gentle stretch in the hip flexors and the psoas, exhaling to fold forward, waking up that beautiful hamstring muscle. Inhale back to low lunge, take a round of breath here. Inhale. As we exhale, fold forward, allow the hands to frame that front foot. Hands land on the mat, on the opposite sides of that front foot. Sorry, I was trying to get a dog hair off my mat. All right, inhale to prepare. Exhale and gently swing that leg back through. coming into our table. Awesome. Take an inhale. Exhale, let that go. We'll inhale, lift the left knee, swing the left leg through this time. Sole of that left foot plants in between the hands. Exhale. Inhale, walk the hands up the knee, coming to low lunge. Exhale, settle, checking in with our knee, making sure we're not dumping our weight into either hip, gently evening those out in space. Gentle stretch in that right psoas that we might be feeling. We'll inhale. Exhale, straighten the left leg, fold forward. The toes can stay planted or we can lift the toes. Play around with it. Inhale, bend the knee, returning to low lunge. Growing nice and tall. Exhale, fold forward. Take a couple more. Inhaling for low lunge. Exhaling to fold forward. Awesome. Take maybe one more. Moving with the breath. Maybe close the eyes, drop into the body. Last time, we'll inhale back to center. Exhale. Stay in our beautiful low lunge. Inhale, grow nice and tall, crown of the head reaching up toward the sky. Exhale, fold forward, allow the hands to frame that left foot. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, swing that left leg back through, coming back to our table. All right, allow the knees to splay nice and wide, big toes touch, sink the sits bones back toward the heels, coming into child's pose. Extend the arms long, allow the forehead to find the floor or a prop. Breathe here, allow the belly to be nice and soft, allow it to hang, taking up that space in between your legs. Maybe allow the breath to expand into the back body as your body relaxes down onto the mat, beautifully supported. Take one or two more full rounds of breath. Allowing the jaw to be nice and soft, the brow, enjoying our couple moments of stillness and rest amidst all of this motion. Inhale. Exhale, gently come back to our neutral table, preparing for our down dog. Make sure that the hands are planted directly underneath the shoulders. We'll tuck the back toes and lift into our very first down dog of the day. Play around a little bit, play around, noticing if you need to walk your feet in, walk your hands, shorten or widen your stance. Actively press down into the mat with all knuckles. Try to maintain that beautiful flat back. If the back wants to round or our hamstrings are feeling very tight, bend the knees. Take a couple rounds of breath. In our stagnant down dog, just noticing how you feel. Very first down dog of the day. Awesome. We'll begin to introduce a little bit of motion. Bend one knee and drive the opposite heel toward the earth, walking or pedaling your dog. Even here, move with the breath. Gently stretching out either hamstring. Beautiful. Come to stillness when you're ready. Take a full, slow inhale. Exhale, walk the feet toward the hands, ragdoll. Hands plant directly underneath the hips. Feet plant directly underneath the hips. That would be tough, wouldn't it? All right, slight micro bend in the knees, hang. Allow the upper body to hang, relax maybe sway side to side. Clasp opposite elbows. You can even interlace the fingers behind the head. Whatever feels good for you, just hang out here for a couple rounds of breath. Feeling all four corners of the feet connecting into the earth. Awesome. Take a nice slow inhale. Nice long exhale. Allow the arms to dangle if they weren't dangling already. So you can let go of elbows or uninterlace your fingers behind your head. I don't think that's a word, but I just made it up. All right, we're gonna do a little bit of a halfway lift flow, so just be mindful if you know you tend to get a little lightheaded coming up and down real quick. Just be mindful of that. Take it nice and slow. So we'll inhale, allow the hands to slide up the shins, coming halfway up, nice flat back. Hands land on knees. Exhale, fold forward. Returning to our ragdoll. Noticing how the hamstrings might be reacting. We'll do this a couple more times. Inhale, halfway lift. Nice, beautiful flat back. Exhale, release all the way down. Last time we'll inhale up and slide up the shins. This time, exhale, hang out here for a second. And our halfway lift. We're going to inhale, peek over the right shoulder. Look back toward your right hip. Exhale back to center. Inhale, look to the left, looking out over your left hip. Exhale back to center. Inhale, nice and slow. Exhale, fold forward. Take one more full round of breath here. Feeling your feet beautifully rooted. Inhale and increase the micro bend in the knees. Exhale, begin to roll up nice and slow. Take your time rebuilding your spine. Allowing the head to come up last. When you reach our Tadasana, take a moment, hands at heart center. Reconnect with that personal intention. Take a full round of breath as the blood flows downward. Feel your feet connected to the earth. Beautiful. Inhale and exhale, let that go. We'll do some empty coat sleeves, so allow the arms to be heavy and begin rotating to the right and the left. Nice and gentle. Allow your arms to be heavy, as though you're a little kid wearing one of your parents' coats and you're running around the house whacking people with coat sleeves. So as you twist, you can also incorporate the ankles here. As you twist to the left, the right heel can lift. As the body and the arms twist to the right, the left heel can lift. So move easily, have fun, freely. Allow the arms to dangle, be nice and heavy. Take one more full round of breath and then gently begin slowing it down, coming back to center. Taking your time, just shaking out all of the stuff that we did on the floor. Nice and fresh and new for our standing asana. All right, so we're going to come into chair pose. So we'll come to the very tops of our mats. We're going to come into a chair with a twist. And we're also gonna add a little bit of a Kriya. So this might be a little tough. Be mindful of your boundaries. If you reach a point where you're like, hey, I'm done, you can come into ragdoll or simply hang out in our Tadasana at the top of our mat, all right? So to get into chair, take a moment, shift your weight back and forth. Shift your weight between the balls and the heels of your feet. Come to stillness when most of the weight is in the heels, but the toes are still firmly planted. Firmly planted. All right, when we're ready, if the shoulders are feeling good, if the shoulders are feeling sensitive, always the option to keep the hands on the hips. Shoulders are feeling good, we'll inhale the arms to shoulder height. As we exhale, begin bending the knees. Maintain our nice flat back. Remember a little trick, so the knees can hyperextend over the ankles, but we want that beautiful 90-degree angle between the quads and the torso. So breathe here. Take a couple couple rounds of breath. Inhale, and exhale, allow the hands to find heart center. Inhale. Remember that nice flat back, allow the crown of the head to reach up toward the sky. If you're good here, if this is enough for you, hang out here. If you want to incorporate our twist and our motion, we'll inhale, grow nice and tall. Exhale, twist to the right. Allow the left elbow to plant on the right quad. Looking up to the right, rotating the ribcage up toward the right. Exhale here. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist to the left this time. Right elbow finds the left quad, rotating the torso actively up to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale to center. Feel that fire burning in the legs. Exhale, twist to the left. We'll do one more on each side. Inhale to center, nice strong core. Tuck that tailbone, lengthen it down toward the heels. Exhale, twist to the right. Last time on the right side. Inhale back up to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Last time. Exhale completely. Inhale to center. Exhale, straighten the legs. Ragdoll. Fold forward. You can allow the arms to dangle or interlace the fingers. Find the head or grab opposite elbows, whatever feels good for you today. Just breathe and hang, allowing all of that energy, that beautiful energy that we created, to dissipate, relax, and release. Beautiful. Take maybe 1 or 2 more full rounds of breath. Inhale slow. Exhale slow. Inhale. Bend the knees a little bit more. Exhale. Inhale, we'll sweep the arms up, out, and around. Maintain a nice flat back to come all the way back up to standing. Fingertips touch at the top. Exhale, hands release to heart center. Awesome. All right, take a sip of water if you need to. I know I do. Got real sweaty. I can't keep my AC on, otherwise it's way too loud. Alrighty, we're gonna come into a pyramid twist. A little bit of a motion and a kriya. So from our standing position at the tops of our mats, we're going to bend our left leg, step it back about a leg's distance. So not as deep or as wide of a stance as we are in Warrior One, but we're coming into pyramid. Check in with the back left foot. Notice if your toes feel better, or if the foot feels better, if the toes are facing the long edge of the mat, similar to our right foot, or if you want them rotated so they're about 45 degrees facing the long edge of the mat. All right, just play around with the toes there. See what feels better in your body. Either way, hips are going to remain nice and square. If you need to, you can always shorten the stance a little bit if you feel like it's a little too intense. All right, inhale, sweep the arms up, out, and around. Fingertips reach toward the sky. Crown of the head reaches toward the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Folding forward over that right leg. Taking a round or 2 of breath here. Maintaining slight micro bends in both of the legs, even though they're both straight. Especially because they're both straight. All right. If this is enough for you, you can feel free to hang out here, just stretching at our hamstring. If you want to add a little bit of a twist, allow the left hand to relax either on the mat, or you can find the shin, the right shin, and we'll inhale the right arm up toward the sky. rotating the right rib cage up toward the sky, reaching the right fingertips, maybe looking up at those right fingertips. Exhale, allow the right hand to relax down onto either the mat or the shin. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale, release. Allow the left hand to relax down wherever feels comfortable. Inhale, the right arm up. Exhale, release. Inhale, left up. Taking your time, noticing how each side may feel a little different, may change the stretch in the leg a little differently. One more time on each side. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, release. Right hand plants. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale and release. Take a full round of breath. Folding forward over our right leg. Awesome. Using our nice strong core, we're going to reach out through the crown of our head. As we inhale, we're going to rise up using our nice strong core, squeezing the shoulder blades together, rising up back to center. Awesome. From here, we're going to come into warrior one. So simply shift your weight into your right leg, bending that right leg a little bit, and step that left foot back. And coming into warrior one on the right side, take a moment or two here, figure out what you want to do with that left foot, if you want that left heel to be lifted, or if you want that left foot rotated down, toes at 45 degrees toward the long edge of the mat. Either way, hips are nice and square. We can inhale arms up to we can inhale the arms up, reaching the fingertips up toward the sky if shoulders are not feeling sensitive today. So inhale, reach up, exhale, bend into our right leg. Even here, maintaining that nice strong core, creating length in the side body, reaching up, growing tall with each inhale. With each exhale, settling into our strong foundations, our legs. Breathe here. Take maybe 5 full rounds of breath, finding something that you enjoy about this stagnant posture while you've been in motion this whole time. Actively reach out through that left heel if it's lifted, or actively press down through the outer edge of that left foot if the foot is rotated down. Take one more full round of breath. Inhale, reach the fingertips up toward the sky. Exhale, straighten that front leg and release the hands. Hands can find the hips. Awesome. Inhale. Exhale, come to the top of your mat, stepping that left foot forward. Take a moment, place hands at heart center. Notice the difference between your legs. You can allow the eyes to close, to drop into the body a little more. Just notice how your legs feel, if the right feels any differently from the left. Take a nice slow inhale. Exhale, you can let that go. Eyes can open, hands can relax down. Awesome. All right, we'll do the same thing on the opposite side before we make our way down to the floor. So shift your weight into your left leg and step your right foot back. About a leg's distance, coming into pyramid, not our warrior one. So a little bit shorter stance than our warrior one. Figure out what you want to do with these back right toes, if they felt more comfortable facing the short edge of the mat or at an angle. All right, slight micro bend in both the legs, even though they're staying straight. There's a little bit of distance between the feet, probably about 6 inches. All right, inhale, grow nice and tall, fingertips sweep up, out and around, reach up. Exhale, fold forward over your left leg. Pyramid pose. Hands can relax down onto the shin or the earth, whatever feels best for you. Take a full round of breath. If you want to stay here, if the twisting was a little bit too much, if you would rather stay in our stagnant posture, Feel free to do that, breathing wherever you are. Or if you'd like to introduce a little bit of motion, left hand can relax down onto the shin, the ankle, or the earth as we inhale the right arm up toward the sky. Exhale, allow the right hand to relax down. Right hand finds the shin or the earth, and we can reach the left hand up. Rotating the left rib cage up, inhale. Exhale, rotate back to center. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, release. Inhale left. Exhale, release. And we'll do one more on either side. Inhaling up. Exhaling to let it go. Inhale up, left side, last time. Exhale, let it go. Let that motion go. Take a full round of breath in your pyramid posture. Sending the breath to the hamstring or wherever else it might be needed. Awesome. We're going to use our nice strong core. So as we inhale, maybe increase the bend in the legs a little bit. Squeeze the shoulder blades toward one another. Use your nice strong core to rise back up to center. Awesome. Inhale and exhale here, letting the blood flow downward. Awesome. Inhale. Exhale. As we exhale, take your right leg and step it back, coming into warrior one. Right heel can be lifted or rotated down, your choice. Your choice, whatever feels best for you. Either way, hips are nice and square. Inhale, arms up, biceps next to the ears. Exhale, bend into your left leg. Take maybe 5 full rounds of breath here. Maybe reconnecting to that Dirga breath. Noticing if there's any tension you're holding on to, if the brow is really furrowed, if there's any tension in the face, even if the toes are gripping really hard. Take one more full round of breath. Inhale, actively reach those fingertips up, growing nice and tall. Exhale, straighten that left leg, hands release down. Awesome. Inhale and exhale, step to the tops of your mat. Take a moment, hands find heart center. Nice soft gaze, or the eyes can close. Notice if your feet feel a little bit more balanced. Notice all 4 corners of the feet. Pressed into the earth, gently supporting you. Take a moment, send gratitude to your feet, to all the strong, beautiful muscles in your legs that helped us perform this beautiful flow today. Awesome. Inhale, nice and slow. Exhale, let that go. Beautiful. Inhale, sweep the arms up, out, and around. Fingertips touch at the top. Exhale, bend the knees, flat back, swan dive forward. Coming into ragdoll for one moment. Take a round of breath here. As you exhale, plant the hands underneath the shoulders on the mat. Inhale and step back to down dog. Exhale and settle into your down dog. Last down dog of the day. If you'd like, you can add our motion by pedaling or walking out your dog. Stretch out those hamstrings, giving them a little stretch. All the work that they've done for us. Take maybe 1 or 2 more full rounds of breath in our down dog. Inhale. As you exhale, lower the knees, come into table. Awesome. Inhale. As we exhale, we're going to come into pigeon. So as we exhale, slide the right knee forward toward our right wrist. So the right knee comes toward the right wrist. They do not have to touch. As we do this, allow the calf to open up underneath us so that the right ankle is underneath the left hip crease. Take a moment, tuck your back left toes, walk your kneecap back, planting it firmly into the earth. You can untuck those toes at this point in time if you'd like. Settle into your pigeon. I like to come up onto fists here. You can use blocks or a prop. Settle, maybe sway back inside, back and forth. If you'd like, you can grab onto a prop and place it underneath the right sits bones for some extra added support, okay? All right, breathe here. Nice soft belly, feeling this beautiful stretch in the hip flexors. People have a love-hate relationship with pigeon posture. If you'd like, you can inhale, exhale, fold forward, relaxing down onto the mat, coming down onto forearms, or you can even create a pillow for your head with your hands and relax the forehead down. Wherever you are, breathe. Send the breath wherever it is needed. Take maybe 2 or 3 more full rounds of breath wherever you are. If we're in our reclined pigeon, we'll inhale, come back up, rising up, hands land underneath the shoulders. Exhale. Inhale, and tuck the back left toes, walking that left kneecap back in. Exhale, unwind, coming back into table, left knee slides back underneath, right knee slides back underneath the right hip. Awesome, and we'll do the same thing on the opposite side. So slide the left knee forward, left knee comes toward the left wrist. Calf opens up, so the left heel is underneath the right hip crease. Right there. All right, tuck the back right toes, walk that kneecap back a couple inches, maybe 6 inches, plant that kneecap into the earth. Right kneecap plants firmly into the earth. Grab your prop. If you need to, place it underneath the left glute for some added support. Sway from side to side for a moment here. Imagining your pelvis like a bowl of water, trying to keep that bowl nice and even, nice and steady, so the bowl isn't tipping to either side, tipping forward, tipping back. Awesome. Inhale. Exhale. If you want to come into our reclined pigeon, you can fold forward, coming down onto forearms, or relaxing the head all the way down. Breathe here. People have a love-hate relationship with this posture, so if the stretch is too intense, back off. Send the breath wherever it is needed. Into the hip crease. Wherever else you may be feeling the most intense sensations. Take maybe 2 more rounds of breath, nice and slow, finding something that you can enjoy about this posture. Inhale. Exhale, come back up, hands land underneath the shoulders if we were in our reclined pigeon. Inhale, tuck the back right toes. Exhale, walk that kneecap in, walking our right kneecap in. Inhale, and exhale, slide that left knee back, coming into table. Awesome. So we'll come into child's pose, but I'll give you a choice here. You can either keep the knees together and the big toes together and sink the sits bones back this way, or we can allow the knees to splay nice and wide, Big toes touch, sink the sits bones back. So your choice, knees together or apart. Big toes touch regardless. Allow the arms to extend long, palm down. Allow the forehead to find a prop or the mat. Take 5 full rounds of breath here. With each exhale, relaxing a little bit more, giving yourself that permission to relax and melt into the mat after all we have accomplished today. Take one more full round of breath. Exhale completely. Inhale, come back up into our table. Exhale, allow the legs to sweep to one side, wow words, and allow the sits bones to find the earth. Coming to a sitting position. We'll actually do a bound angle really quickly before we make our way down. So come into a seated position, allow the soles of the feet to touch. Soles of the feet touch, ankles can be as close or as far from the body as you like. If you have 2 props, you can place those underneath the knees if you want a little extra added support. Hands relax down onto the wrists. We'll inhale, grow nice and tall. Nice, tall, beautiful spines. Exhale, hinge. Hinge forward, heart leads the way. Maintaining our beautiful flat back. Take 5 full rounds of breath here. With each inhale, imagining the crown of the head reaching up toward the sky. With each exhale, hinging a little deeper. One more full round of breath. Inhale and rise back up to center. Exhale, allow the knees to close, guiding them close with the hands. And we'll extend the legs long, preparing for our Shavasana, relaxing the torso down onto the earth. If you'd like, we'll give ourselves one more nice big hug before we close out today. Bending the knees, squeezing them in toward the chest, give yourself a nice big hug. Rock back and forth, massaging the low back for a moment. Say thank you to your body. Thank yourself for showing up today. The hardest part is often just getting on the mat. Awesome. Inhale and exhale, extend the legs long, preparing for Shavasana. If you know you cool down a little bit in Shavasana and you want to grab a sweatshirt or a blanket, feel free to do that at this point in time. You can always grab a prop and place it underneath the knees, a rolled up blanket, place it underneath the knees if our low back is feeling a little tight today as well. Awesome. Allow the feet to relax, allow them to fall open, allow the arms to extend long on the earth, palm up. I like to walk them a foot or 2 away from my torso. It feels nicer on the shoulders. If you have room, just spread out like that. Take a couple deep breaths, or a couple nice big sighs, audible sighs. To release our practice today. Let it go. Allowing your body to sink into the mat in this moment. Giving yourself this space and this time to relax, to restore, and to heal. You can let go of any focus on the breath, returning to your normal, natural rhythm of breathing. Feel your muscles gently unwinding and unraveling with each exhale. Feel your bones nice and heavy, rooted and connected to the earth. Feel the quality of the air around you. Is it warm? Is it cool? Feel the air on your skin, on the soles of your feet, on your palms, on your face. Feel the gentle curves in the body, the arch of the foot, crease in the knees, beautiful curve in the lumbar spine, the low back, and the beautiful curve in the cervical spine, and the neck. Allow yourself to relax and simply be right here and right now. If the mind begins to wander, just gently redirect to this space, to the here and now. Basking and honoring being alive. Only when you are ready and you feel complete, you can begin introducing a little bit of motion. Maybe reorient yourself to the sounds around you in this space. Maybe take a couple swallows, a couple nice big sighs. Begin integrating motion in whatever way feels best for you, maybe wiggling fingers and toes. Maybe taking a nice big stretch, full body stretch, like it's your first stretch of the day. Take a nice slow inhale. As you exhale, squeeze the knees in toward the chest. Give yourself one nice last hug and roll over onto whatever side is calling you. Right or the left. Keeping the knees tucked in. Taking a full round of breath here. As you next inhale, gently push yourself up into a seated position. Awesome. We'll close out our practice with hands at heart center. Take a nice slow inhale. as we exhale, Jaya Bhagwan, delight in me honors delight in you. Thank you so much for joining. Happy Monday. I hope you enjoy.